team, how's everybody doing? It's Coach Avalos here from Bullring Trading. Got lots to cover on the market and what is happening this week. I want to start with Apple, and I'm going to go into some of the FANG stocks. So I want you guys to understand that we had news, the market popped up, and then it went back down, and then it went up a little bit sideways, and then back down. So news only does one thing to your stocks. It detours it temporarily. It doesn't change the entire direction. So I want to cover something here with you that's very important on Apple. Okay. So if you see Apple's been going down, and these two lines here, if you're new to the channel, is the 5 moving average, which is the orange, and then the 50 exponential moving average is my blue line. So anytime we have a stock that crosses these two lines, okay, and you can use different averages. Some people use different ones. That's fine. This is a death cross, okay. This is telling me the stock is dying, and sure enough, there goes Apple. Has been going down. Now, some of the things that you will see here will tell you that it's going to continue to go down. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so one of the things that you want to look at in your stocks as you're playing or entering into trades this week is you want to watch out for the pullbacks. Okay, so here Apple started dropping, it pulled back. Pullback means that it goes the other way for now, temporarily, and then it continues to go down. So then we saw one pullback there, and for this demonstration, it's the green candles. Okay, so pullback there, another pullback there. We had another one there, and then now we have one building here. Okay, so if I was going to short the market, okay, because this is what people are doing right now, they're shorting it, I would come in here with TradingView and I would take my measuring device, my ruler, and see how big was the pullback, right? So it went across, and we can see that it moved over about 2%, okay? 2 bars here, 4 days, all right? That was one. The next pullback we had here was approximately 2 bars again, but 2 days, okay? And then the last one we just had looks like it was about roughly 3.7%, 3 bars, 3 days. So now we're looking at 2 to 3 days, right? So we've had our first day. So how much are the stocks going to pull back? Okay. Potentially, if we said the same thing again, 2 bars and 3 days, maybe. We're looking at Apple potentially going to 144, 145, and then it will come back down. Now, don't believe me, okay? Do your own due diligence and do your own math, okay? If you need help, I'm here. You can sign up in the group. I'm leaving a link below, and I always talk to the group daily and let them know what I think is going on with the stocks. So this is one way to see if your stock is still going down. So now we see that we have lines that were crossed here on the daily. Amazon showing the same thing around the same level. You have Tesla. Tesla is also in a death cross, but I'm going to show you something different for Tesla, which I started a short position with Tesla. And if we go way back with Tesla, I'm going to show you a trend that is going on. So Tesla had support here. Okay. Then we saw support there. We saw support here. It was a false breakout. They didn't go down. Okay. And then a couple more times here and there. But now look at this, okay? Tesla broke this support line and it's headed down. So this is why I entered into a put position on Friday. I bought a long with a lot of time for expiration. That way theta is not trying to kill me, but I entered into a short position here. So Tesla's doing the same things, headed down. Microsoft had its death cross up here. Google, Melly, same thing, except Melly's fighting. It's trying to come up. If you guys are playing Melly like I play it, I'm going to show you it's fighting, but still has some resistance here. See, if you follow that line, Melly is not breaking out of that line. So Melly is still in a downward motion, and it will continue to go down. Netflix. What's going on with Netflix? Netflix is going to report earnings this week. And if you're like me and you studied Netflix for a while, okay, you can see that Netflix is, I'll put my box there. Let me change this tone. And Netflix is, to me, in a bearish rectangle. What does that mean? That means that I believe that Netflix is going to, like some people in the market say, die, right? So it's going to go down. I don't think they're making up more and more subscribers. I don't think they're going to make those numbers up. I think they're going to go down. So I'm going to take a short position before earnings with Netflix. Okay, so now let's come over to QQQ. Same thing. They're in a death cross and they're continuing down. So the whole market is doing the same thing. You got Shopify here, one of the ones that I like to short. But let me show you something that's more important for you guys that are playing long term. You see a little spike, and then I'm on Twitter and I read all the feeds, and people think it's going up and they start jumping in. It is not. Okay. If you know how to chart, or if you're using TradingView, just click on the weekly up here. Okay. Weekly tells me we've had another death cross on the weekly level. Look at Apple right up here. So this is not changing. We're still in the downtrend. We have a death cross right in here, okay? And it's going to continue down. Now, where might it stop? I'll show you. Okay, right in here. You see this wick, okay? So on the weekly level, we can still see it going to 125, okay? And one of the things that they're looking in the market is, well, this is going to correct itself once it gets a 50% correction. Right now, if it hits that line, that's a 53% correction. So if you want to buy Apple, okay, which I'm going to wait for this level here. But I want to see some green candles on the way up. I'm not going to jump in as soon as it turns around. I'm going to wait for at least one candle to go above the 5 right in here on the weekly. If you guys can see this line, okay, I'm going to highlight it for you. That's when I'll know for sure that the market is reversing. You see the orange line is here, okay? Once this candle develops, then I'll jump into long-term buying trades, and also buying stocks, and then I'll be buying some calls as well. So keep an eye out on that. Amazon is doing the very same thing. Okay, they rejected here on the weekly. They bounced off the 50. So that to me is another death cross. Tesla, of course, we know they already entered their death cross on the weekly. Microsoft did the same thing, rejected at the 50. Google's rejected before the 50. Melly, Netflix, they're all doing the same thing, right? So see Netflix, how it had its death cross and is finding some support here. So if you look at this line here, okay, it's finding a little bit of support at 162 level. So potentially Netflix could see a bounce from there. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on with Netflix where people don't believe in it anymore. Then we have QQQ. I don't see, after here, I don't see much support for it. So I think it could continue down, which will be very ugly for the market, because the next true support would be down at 165. So keep an eye out on QQQ if you're playing options. A lot of people love playing this for options. I would consider getting into SPY. Why? Because SPY has a better theta on options if you're an options trader. QQQ, they go super high. So sometimes your trade might be going in the direction you want it, and you're not seeing the option turn green as fast as you like to. It's because the theta is designed to kill it quick. So if you're playing that, keep an eye out on that. All right. So you see where I'm at with some of these stocks. And then, of course, I'm watching the monthly levels. Potentially, we'll start crossing there. We get at death cross on the monthly. Not going to be good for the economy. So let's come over to VIX and see what VIX is doing. So we see VIX started to continue up. So on the daily, VIX started to trend down a little bit. I can see that the RSI was bending down, but VIX still has lots of support. If you just take a little trend line, you'll see that VIX is not dying yet. It's going to stay up there. So if I go over to the weekly on VIX, okay, one of the things that stands out for me is the MACD here. Okay, the MACD flipped. And it's very strong. Look at those bars. I mean, they're dark green. I don't see any light green yet. So potentially we'll see VIX to continue up and, you know, probably go over 40. I mean, some people are predicting 60. You can see the RSI. It already crossed my 50 EMA there. And so I think that's a strong move. VIX, I'm not convinced is going down. So that's just me. Okay. And again, remember, we're still not at the 50% correction on SPX, so keep an eye out on that. The entire market is going to continue in a downtrend unless somebody does something, but I don't think anybody's going to do anything. And last but not least, I want to cover Bitcoin. Like I said, Bitcoin on the monthly, it went through a death cross, right? But now I see a lot of hope on the weekly. It's going to take time. But slowly it bounced off support on that RSI. You see that? Okay. It is showing a bit of a downtrend here. Okay. Had a little rejection, but I think at some point it's going to come out of that, because if you see here, there's some support already developing for a move up. So again, if you're going to invest in Bitcoin, me personally, like I said, I am going to wait, okay, for a nice green candle above that line, okay? See these candles here? This is weekly. So if you're a Bitcoin investor, you can see that people jumped in here July 18th, okay? Then July 25th, August 1st, and the week of August 8th. They had 4 good weeks and it went up and people made some nice money. Okay, let's see what that percentage was on Bitcoin. Okay, that percentage that they made looks like a 20%. Wow, that's not bad. That is excellent. Okay, so it made a move for about, looks like it could have been about $4,000 up. Okay, so keep an eye on Bitcoin. Like I said, I personally will jump in when we are above this line here. We have to be up, and I want to see a green candle. That's just me. I swing trade. I don't sit in front of the computer all day. I don't have that luxury, but swing trading to me is a lot better on stress, and where you make your money is going to be if you learn how to swing trade, so you're not constantly worried about your trade. Okay, so I hope this helps, gang, and I hope that you guys have a green week. And if you found this video to be of value, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button, and hit that thumbs up for me, so that we can continue on this channel. It helps the channel tremendously. So appreciate you guys. And again, if you have any questions, I'm here. Drop me a comment, send me an email, come over to Bull Ring Trading and sign up for our newsletter. And then also, if you want to join us in our group, 30 days free. You get 30 days free. I'm leaving you a link below. All right. Happy trading to you guys this week, and I hope you have a strong green week. We'll see you on the next video.